to some more Carthage esports. I'm Nat, back with my constant co-host Tony. Tony,
How's it going?
You ready for some good League of Legends gameplay?
I am. We're in a new setup temporarily. We got some internet problems at our
Can't see
school.
our beautiful faces. It's a
I
real shame.
know.
Anyways, hopping right into draft here. We got the J4 picked up by IWU, Illinois Wesleyan University. Took me a few tries to get that, but we're here now.
I'm gonna leave that to you.
That's
in a minute.
and that's okay. Gwen, Kaisa are the two response picks.
I like that.
Kaisa, one of the strongest characters in the game right now. Actually,
Is
based
it
on
56% win rate? I saw.
it's very high. She's
Yeah.
been nerfed several times. Still doesn't matter. Just mainly because of her range. The AP build that she's going is the main reason why she's so strong. It's just there's no real way to interact with her if she gets ahead. It's incredibly hard to play with this champion in the game. So very good pickup here by Carthage. With that being said, IWU grabbing a very strong engage comp with Jarvan 4 and Kennen. This is a team that really, really wants to disrupt that Kaisa poke, assuming she is going the AP build. Just trying to go, and as you see, even more redundancy here with the Galio. Just really wanting this hard engage comp from IWU.
Oh, for sure. This is gonna be really. Ooh, it looks like Sejuani's get picks up as well. One of my favorites.
Sejuani is I'm a big Sejuani fan, but into this team, it feels like you could do better. It's just engage and engage. Sejuani's going to be working really hard to peel this Kaisa during this game, unless they are going to keep slotting into this engage comp, and that's going to be really hard to do, unless this Gwen gets ahead and can start putting pressure on the side lanes.
Oh, for sure. And looks like Ban's still going through. Oh, hang on. I gotta get my glasses. I can't even see what's going on.
Varus is going to be banned by Carthage. Just a good long-range ADC. Has a decent matchup into Kaisa and lane. Milio going to be the ban from IWU. Very good into this Kennen pick here. Janna also very, very good into the Jarvan. Very solid bans here from IWU. They definitely know what they want. Banning 4 enchanters here into a hard engage comp. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Oh, for sure. You know more about that than I would, because all I see is like 4 supports getting banned. I'm like, oh, geez, they really want to make sure that this bot lane is going through well.
Yeah, typically what you're looking for in the support. Wow,
Ooh.
Neela Senna. Not something you typically see. Typically, you're going to look at Senna lanes with a tankier pick, such as Tom Kench, such as Cho'Gath, or with a mage like Seraphine. As you can see, Seraphine picked up from the Firebirds. So this definitely wasn't a denial pick, though, from the Firebirds. They want the Seraphine because that is one of the only picks that is left here in Poc's pool. We know she's very, very strong enchanter player, but with all these picks banned out, it suddenly becomes very difficult to play. I do, however, really like this Jace pick, slotting more into this kind of poke comp that they've created with the Seraphine, the Jace, and the Kaisa, just trying to play for that long range. But that being said, it could be very, very hard to play around given just how much engage and how much aggression is coming out from IWU's comp.
Yeah, for sure, but I still hold a lot of hope is that I love all the champs that are on our board so far, so let's just see if Carthage can pull through.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a difficult one, though. I mean, the Senna is the one pick here that I'd criticize from IWU. Otherwise, I think that thematically they have Carthage countered. Other than not having a strong champion to match Gwen's side laning later in the game, and Jace even, another pretty strong side laner. In these 5v5 team fights, IWU just has so many buttons to press, so many tools that they can hit to go in and really force the issue onto Carthage.
For sure, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Now, recently I just played a game against Nyla and absolutely disgusting, and I thought that she wasn't the best champ, and we did not do very well. So
No,
I'm
not
a
at
little
all.
bit nervous about that.
Definitely a very, very strong pick. I mean, it's a tough one to draft around. And if she gets ahead, that experience bonus that she gets, her passive victory, you get additional experience when you have an opponent, when you have an ally in lane. So suddenly you're getting solo lane experience onto an ADC.
Yep.
Of course, with the downside being that she is a melee champion in the bot lane, which has the tendency to get bullied out. So picks like Seraphine are very good into her early just because she has no real way to interact with them until she starts getting items and is able to put out the damage to outtrade.
For sure, but that's the best part about Santa is because Santa can just lock him into one place, and then it's so easy for Nyla to go in. And correct me if I'm wrong. So her W, is it invisibility that you can't target her, or how does that W ability work for Nyla?
The W is you get bonus magic resist, or you get resistance against magic damage. I think it's 30%, so still very high.
Yeah.
But the main bonus is that you are intangible to auto attacks. So you cannot be auto attacked when you have the veil up.
See, I was confused that in with some other abilities like that. When I think of Samir and all that, I think like no ability is gonna hit me, and I'm like, oh wait, oops, that's the wrong champ.
It's definitely yes. It's essentially, if you know what Jack's E, what Counter-Strike does, it's a very similar thing, except it doesn't have the stun at the end.
And it looks cool. She dances a little bit.
She does. She
and
does
a little water puddle.
That is true. That is true. I mean, I think I would prefer having a different enchanter other than Senna. Sure, she heals, because another thing about Neela is that she gets bonus healing from allies, or she boosts healing in general. So usually you'll see her paired with the Seraphine, with like Soraka, with Yumi. But here with the Senna, you don't get that as much, because usually on Senna, if you're going in on somebody, you really want to be using your Q, your one healing spell, on the opponent. So unless the Senna is going to be effectively your ADC, while this Neela is going to be another layer to this engage, I could see it being a little bit difficult to play.
For sure, yeah. I think it's going to be really strong just because it is kind of give that hybrid of melee and range. So I'm a little bit scared about that, because then again, that last game that we did play, it did not go well. So hopefully we'll see everything go good now.
Yeah, we're just going to be waiting on the draft to start, for the game to start now. A lot of analysis here. Very excited for this first game, though. Very excited to see what this new Carthage team can do.
Oh, for sure. Do we have anyone new coming into the A team right now?
On this current this current team, no. These are all players who have played before. We have Raim to go in the top lane. We've got Blitzkrieg playing mid, Dragon of Dusk on the jungle role, Fyro, of course, in the ADC, and then Pak 308 or 304. Don't remember the numbers after it, but manning support. So similar roster to last year. A couple of the B team players actually getting moved up here. And now, of course, we're just going to be going into the tournament draft. We're seeing this all again. We're going to see the matchups. Maybe here we can talk about what the lane matchups are going to be like.
For sure. I will say it is kind of weird that we don't have an advertisement play right in between, but this is going to be interesting.
It certainly will. I mean, yeah, not having the Carthage banner being shown. With that being said, check out here. Let's run the advertisement for them. Check out the Carthage Gaming Arena in what building?
We have a big lake at Carthage.
Big lake.
Super cool.
Carthage. Very cool. Come to Carthage.
3,000 students. New food.
New food.
Good food. Good food.
Free water. Always good on campus.
It is awesome.
You will not catch yourself dehydrated on the campus of Carthage.
A lot of water.
And
absolutely wicked. Come to Carthage. Register today. I think the ad did it so much better. I don't know if we did a good job with it.
Anything else to add, Tech Guy? We got any?
We have cookies.
We do have pretty good cookies.
Now I'm sold. So I wasn't.
Oh, we
I'll
also got
admit.
ice cream cones today for the ice cream.
And ice cream cones?
Yeah.
If you aren't registering for Carthage, what are you doing? That's the real.
Got another one. The NHL commissioner came today to give a speech. So we got famous people talking to business people.
Okay.
The business program, super
so it's
awesome.
So join the business program.
Join the business
but really
program.
Any program.
Join me with the business program.
Okay. See Tony
We're not a marketing.
See Tech Guy with the business program.
At this point, might as well shout out your socials, you know.
That's. I don't think we can do it. Let's back to the organization.
Follow Firebirds at
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Carthage Esports.
Carthage Esports.
On Instagram and
Twitter. And are we on Facebook?
I don't.
Yeah, we have Facebook.
We have
Facebook?
Carthage Esports on Facebook.
Yeah,
we are plugging everything right.
We should sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace for Carthage Esports.
I think we already have.
Or like some of we'll sign some like merch.
Recruit on Facebook.
Oh, okay. If you're wondering about joining Carthage, check out the
Marketplace.
Check out the Facebook Marketplace. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, I mean, not much more to talk about this comp though. I mean, we can talk about lane assignments. Kennen versus Gwen. Kennen's gonna win that lane early. Gonna be a stronger team fighter.
No. Raymond the Goat has this one.
Do you want my analysis or not?
No. Personal opinion. No. Raymond the Goat has this one.
He has the goat in his name.
He does have the goat in his name. You make a good point. Raymond the Goat can lock it down on the Gwen. Jarvan versus Sejuani, very similar champions. Both want that early aggression later in the game. Kind of equal in team fighting. Sejuani typically scales a little bit better just because she's more of a tank bruiser. Don't scale as well. Usually peak like in the mid game. Galio, Jace does very good into Galio typically, especially because we know Blitzkrieg very strong player in lane.
Oh yeah,
he knows what he's doing. This Neela versus Kai'Sa, I would give the Kaisa Seraphine lane the advantage just because you do have the Seraphine into Neela and Senna. Very good choice here from Coach Robert.
Oh yeah, Coach Rob for the win. Oh, geez, we got two
Yeah, we
minutes
got
and 50 seconds.
okay, all right.
More advertising.
2 minutes, 50 seconds of fill.
I have a quick thing because
Okay.
Heartsteel has been added, and that's really what we're gonna see either from Sej or Jack Show. I'd say. What is your preferred item or mythic item?
There's
for
a lot.
Sej?
I don't know what the current meta is for Sejuani. I think it's Radiant Virtue is the main item that you're building. Either that or Evan Shroud.
Really?
It costs about 400 less than both of those other items.
Okay.
And it also, I mean, you don't need a lot of gold on Sejuani to succeed. So when you're able to click R and heal your team and boost your own max health, that's a ton of value. Considering, yes, you have more carry threats on Sejuani if you have the Heartsteel. You're a little bit bulkier, but ultimately, you're not the person on the team who's trying to get the gold. You want to give this Jace gold. You want to give this Kaisa gold. You want to give this Gwen gold.
For sure.
This is a team comp that can carry out of all three lanes here.
So they're just trying to get mythic as quickly as possible.
Exactly. So
Gotcha.
what the Sejuani's goal is to run around the map, finding as many leads as he can.
See, and that's why I remain unranked, because this is the stuff that I do not know.
and that's what we're here for. We're here to educate and to promote Carthage esports. Did I tell you how great Carthage was, by the way?
It's so cool.
Right off of Lake Michigan.
It's so cool.
You can check it out. Good campus.
You know, I got my favorite dorm when I toured at Carthage for the first time. I got to see a tower dorm with the lakeside view. I finally got it my senior year, and it is worth everything. I absolutely love it. You get to wake up with the sunrise above the lake. Beautiful. And every single day, I wake up refreshed and all that. It's just like, I love
and
Carthage.
ready to succeed in your senior year. Exactly.
What
are you doing after senior year, Tony?
Becoming a professional poker player.
Oh my.
No, not really.
I mean, I was gonna say.
I wish.
It was a very interesting route for a business major to go. Professional poker player. You'd think that somebody learning about good investments wouldn't get into gambling, but in fact, let's just say that now. Gambling, not a good idea.
Yes.
Bad.
Yeah. But
Gambling
Esports
bad.
gambling.
We are not condoning gambling here.
Definitely
this is
not.
Carthage esports. League of Legends.
League of Legends. It's so much harder to talk with the 3 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. We got it covered. You know, it's.
Oh yeah, we got it.
Wait till next week.
All right, let's. I'm gonna predict some of the cool skins that we're gonna see today.
Who do you think's coming out? Whose comp do you like better?
I would say Firebirds for the most part, but I'm actually liking the bot lane a little bit better. For Illinois side, it's just like
You just like Neela.
Just because I've just been having such a tough time with Nyla, like recently, it's just like Senna and Nyla together. It's just like I think
it can be.
It's really strong. And if you looked at their bans, they banned 4 supports, and they have something tricky up their sleeve. That's my prediction. So I'm a little bit scared about that. But at the same time, we do have a Kaisa, so
It's true.
It's gonna be tricky, but I'm really scared about that bot lane.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a very interesting approach for sure. We haven't really seen teams take that approach against the Firebirds in the past. Usually, it's been picking against Fyro, banning some Blitzkrieg's picks, such as historically it's been the Syndra going against Raymond.
Yeah.
The Aatrox in particular is something that was targeted when that character was very strong.
For sure.
But now, yeah, it's definitely a different approach that I'm very interested to see how this pans out. How we're moving all of PAC's best champions here. Obviously, Seraphine very proficient on it.
Yeah.
But it's not meta.
It's not really
played
preferred.
Exactly.
Yeah. But at the same time, can have a really good outlook. I mean, just an amazing ult can really do well for team fights, especially if Jarvan and Kennen and Galio, I'd say as well, trying to jump onto our champions. I think it's going to be a lot easier with that Seraphine. She's going to help a little bit more with crowd control. But let's see what happens.
Absolutely. Very excited to see here. A little manual adjustment here. Get it all timed out. Good.
Back on the Rift.
Back on the Rift indeed.
First time. Oh, jeez. This is going to be the first, the last first stream. Oh, dear. I hear.
Well, let's, it's happens to the best of us. You get excited. Game 1, back in activation here, by the way. We didn't talk about that. It's going to be exciting. This is the first time that we see these two teams play on stream. So this is going to be a very exciting game. Yeah, but let's just get a little excited with that Flash Summoner spell. It's just a little...
It happens. I do that at least every other game in ARAM, and then I get the spam pings all the time.
As you can see, the player's very heated, very passionate in the background here. We're bound to see some good League of Legends.
Oh, yeah. That all comes down to time. I have a quick question, though, right we're waiting for everyone to start up.
Absolutely.
Is that Mythics are going to be removed pretty soon. It's just like, how is that going to change the game going forward? Because that's happening this season, correct?
I believe it's next season.
Oh, really? Oh.
But I think that most people, most analysts of the game would agree that Mythics being gone is a good thing for the game.
Mm-hmm.
It led to a lot less diversity, and it led to some champion types such as mages finding themselves in places where they don't really have a perfect item.
Yeah.
So you get into these awkward situations where you're building an item that's not great for you. It's a very flawed system. It's cool in theory, but it wasn't executed great. Talking about the game now, though. I always like to start with the junglers. We always know this. This is always how we go. We have opposite side clearing, actually, so we're bound to see some action. Very good route there, good zoning. This is definitely not something I expected to see out of the bot lane here. Usually when you have a Seraphine, you want to be pushing the lane. You have double ranged. Your goal is to get that wave in as soon as possible and start using your range to poke them under the turret.
For
Same thing
sure.
with Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa has those tools as well. I believe that Senna does outrange, but that shouldn't be as big of an issue when you have tools like this, like the Q on Seraphine. You're able to just push the wave so easily. Especially when your jungler is pathing away, that can be very difficult. But the other side of that is it makes you more safe. Because as you see, Jarvan's going to be pathing from top to bottom here. We have very good CC, very good slow there. But as you see, Jarvan pathing top to bottom. If you see on the bottom side of the map, he's just clearing those raptors, looking for a mid game potentially, or maybe just some vision. But his goal, I'm going to guess originally, was just to get this bot lane ahead. But as you can see, with how they're pushing, it's going to be really hard to do that. Now we actually see some kill threat here. Now just walks away. Very good route here out of pocket.
Oh, but look at that healing from Senna. I mean, she's
Senna's definitely putting in work in this lane.
most definitely.
Oh,
geez, that's going to be scary.
Okay, having to flash, definitely burning that Sum, definitely rough. But getting the flash out of the top lane in return is also very good trade. So good on Dragon of Dust to get up there and get some Sums burnt to maybe get this Gwen advantage in lane.
For sure. I have a quick question because I see that Kai'Sa has a sword in her hand. Is she going to try going AD for the first part and then try and go AP a little bit later?
So either way, the first item that you're going to get is going to involve Nuke Quiver. So usually for the AD build, you're going to see Kraken Slayer. Ooh, flash engage here. We could see a kill now. Very good flag and drag. The CC might be too much. We know that he's flashless because of the mistake earlier. He's just having to run away. A little bit of boxing here. He's getting good damage on the Jarvan. He might actually be able to turn this.
There we go.
Going to Blitzkrieg. It's very well played. He might actually get out here with the field and slow. My goodness, they're actually outplaying this so hard.
Oh, here comes the goat.
He does get taunted, unfortunately, but he still finds the right the goat. Finding two for Carthage here. Fantastic early advantage and great play. Great counter gang from Dragon Dust to set that up.
I know, and the Blitzkrieg right there, tossing and weaving around, staying safe. That was absolutely wicked and a great first fight of the season.
Definitely perfect move. It's exactly what you need. Now you're going to see this is what happens in this matchup, unfortunately. You're just kind of going to get abused a little bit in this range matchup. Despite having an ability that allows you to be immune, Gwen, that is, ability that allows you to be immune from other CC damage outside of specific range, Gwen also struggles in these matchups for the most part because the W only lasts for so long, and when you don't have the W up, you're usually getting beat up in lane. So it's going to be very tough to find more gold here in this lane. As you see, already a nearly 10 farm lead. Or a 16 farm lead, I apologize. So it's a very good spot for Kennen here, despite the kill going over to Raymond the Goat.
For sure, but if Gwen can find a way to... If Gwen can find a way to assist in those team fights again, make up the gold over there, I think she'll find it very good for the Gwen in the future.
Yeah, it's definitely on the other side here, though. You have the mid lane where Blitzkrieg is picking up a kill this early. Getting that Serrated Dirk purchase at 4 minutes on your first reset is huge. You see how much damage this Jace is already doing. Even with the CC coming down from Galio, he's able to put out a lot. So I'd say this is definitely a lane to watch going forward as a playmaker. Blitzkrieg trying to move around the map, start securing these early objectives such as this dragon.
Yeah, most definitely. It looks like Drake is up. Are they gonna try and? Ooh, Jarvan's making his way.
Jarvan definitely has a good position here, but I think they might have vision. No, they do not. Gonna have to check.
Oh dear.
Is good here. Remember, Fyro has no flash. Will get away though. Now looking to turn a little bit more damage on. So ultimately, very good movement for Fyro to get out of that one.
Most definitely. And that Seraphine help him out. It's absolutely great.
Yeah, it's very good quality to see from this bot lane to be able to evade these ganks in this fashion. A lot of damage coming down that initial burst there, but he is able to get away. Equal trading up here, going from the top laners. Now that she has 6, this matchup change has actually changed a little bit. The slow that you get from the ultimate, from the 1,000 cuts, is very, very good into these range matchups, just because you're able to close that gap a little bit faster and get that little bit of damage down that an all-in may need. So we could end up seeing a turnaround here from Raymond the Goat.
For sure, yeah, and it looks like the first dragon will go to the Firebirds.
I like what I'm seeing from the Firebirds so far. Just very good priority, knowing exactly what your win cons are. You want to play towards the bot side. You want to make sure that this Mila doesn't get ahead. You want to make sure to stack these early dragons. It's a very similar strategy to what we saw from them last season, where they're playing more towards the bot side, but it's just the way that a lot of teams are playing right now, and quite frankly, it might be the best way. It's just these dragons are so powerful once you start getting multiple. And obviously, the Dragon Soul is typically a game-winning objective.
Oh, most definitely.
It's definitely good to see them have these strict priorities that they're playing through.
Most definitely. And you look at my ranks and all that, and I have no idea what to do with the Soul, and I'm like, oh, geez. And we just waste it, and we lose somehow. So
It can happen at those lower ranks, but at this level,
it never happens.
Well, never is strong. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
But
rarely, I'd say.
Good little trade there from the cannon, but still a very stable game. As I said before, 1.2k gold lead at 7 minutes is a very good thing. It's not going to add up to too much at the moment, but once that Jace gets the first item, that's when you're going to start seeing this game hopefully get blown open from the Firebirds. They're going to want to move this Jace around the map and just continue to snowball this lead. For
sure. And it looks like they're trying to get Shelly out. Senna's going to be helping J4 out.
Yeah, very good roam there from the Senna. I definitely like this. Sure, we gave up Dragon, but we still have enough priority in the top lane in order to pick up this Rift Herald. So we'll see if they do opt to check it even. It looks like Raymond the Goat's just going to push and take a reset. So they're just going to be giving this first Herald. We'll see if they'll be able to equalize this gold a little bit now with this extra objective in the hands of IWU.
For sure, yeah. Because right now it looks like we are about, math isn't about 1k gold lead. So pretty good so far. I'm liking this.
Yeah, once again, it's that early kill that we took was very, very good. This is very big, actually. Getting that W down, the Void Seeker, getting that extra damage, pushing him out of lane. It's going to be a very big thing going forward, especially if they continue to move the center around, punishing that and trying to build up more of an advantage in the bot lane.
For sure, yeah. We're almost nearing 10 minutes, and what would be the biggest thing that Carthage needs to look out for right now?
I would say Galio ult at the moment. Just it's such a good roaming tool, as you can see already. It looks like he's trading in order to bait and engage from the Jarvan just because he's in the area, but with Jarvan running away, this ends up being a bad trade. Yeah, I would definitely be looking out for this Jarvan Galio ultimate combo, the Cataclysm plus the heroic entrance, trapping them and then getting huge CC and damage. It's definitely something, no matter how far ahead you are, if you get hit by that, it can be catastrophic for your team fighting. For
sure. So kind of shifting the tides if it's going for a Drake fight that happens.
Yep. I would definitely look towards this next 5v5. You have to play this very, very careful if you're Carthage. Yes, you have a lead, but it's not as big as you may like. It's 1.2k. Once again, it is not game winning. So you need to continue to play safe, respect all the damage and CC that IWU has. Yeah, it's no problem, no biggie.
I'm just surprised that hit. That was at the very end.
That's something you'll see a lot actually against Senna, is people thinking that they have enough space, but they're not. It's gonna be very tough. I mean, it's just kind of controlling the lane. But I honestly, 78 CS at 10 minutes is good. You may be down 7, but that's with 7 CS down, or I guess now 8 CS down and a kill up, you're still up gold. So Raymond the Goat has found himself in a very fine position despite the bullying that the cannon was able to do early game.
Oh, most definitely. Oh yeah, but geez, that cannon is just loving the poke.
Yeah, it's very easy against Gwen to do these sort of short trades with damage. You see now ult comes down. You're going to get a flag and drag from the Jarvan. Very good damage, but Dragon Dust being here definitely prevents that dive. So it's an unfortunate trade of HP, but ultimately no summoners were lost. You can just take that reset after this Herald.
Oh,
and
there's
maybe they'll still be able to contest it. You do have the roam from Galio as well, so they're really trying to force this down. I would be very surprised if they tried to dive this. I think that Galio roaming here is a bad idea. You're losing out on CS mid. You had to push that wave first before you came down here. You still have 30 seconds until the drag. Seems like a bit of wasted gold there from the mid laner from Shun.
For sure, but I think what they're trying to go for is better safe than sorry. They're trying to make something happen, you know?
Yep. And that's, it's definitely not a bad idea. As we see Jace getting that first mythic, you have to be very, very careful about the damage that he's able to put down. So bringing the extra member down just to make sure that roam didn't happen, not a bad thing.
Oh, for sure. Oh, there we are.
Now we see the heroic entrance. Only going to hit 2, but it's the 2 targets that matter. Fire was able to flash up, and he's gone. He is just bursted down. Now Dragon of Dust gets some issues, and now it's exactly what we said before. You see the Jarvan Cataclysm come down, and there's nowhere to go for Fire. If he backs up, he's got the flanking Neela, and he's got Galio coming down. There's just no good place to go. Very well played there from IWU.
Oh, most definitely. It's just great for team fights. I wish that the Seraphine ult hit a little bit more, but at the same time, the battle was already over when J4 went in.
Yep. It was good knowledge of when they were able to go in. I don't think that Fire was expecting, honestly, just to go in like that. They have such good buttons in order to engage like that. It can catch you off guard when you just have ult layered, ult again, and you have nowhere to go suddenly.
Most definitely.
Going forward, I would definitely look. Just keep that happening. As I was talking about before in draft, like that is the one thing that is tough against this comp is they have so many ways to just immediately press the go button and start the fight that it's really hard because what this team comp that the Firebirds have created wants to do, it's kind of a mixture. They kind of want to go in, they kind of want to poke. As you can see, Kai'Sa is going to go the AD build just because of how much AP they already have. They have the Seraphine, they have the Sejuani, and they have the Gwen, of course. So just want to mix up the damage type a little bit more so that no one player on the team can, stack MR
for sure
or armor. But it's definitely not as cohesive as IW's comp. As you saw in the last fight, there's a lot of conflicting ideas here. The Sejuani wants to go in, as you see a little bit of engagement. No, nothing happening. And kind of just so good against running away from these ganks. Very good play here from the bot lane. Still good route, but ultimately not much is going to be happening here past that. Finally getting back to what we were saying. Sejuani and this Kai'Sa want to go in.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, Frame the Goat, the Gwen also wants to find an angle to go in. Whereas this Jace and this Seraphine really want to sit back and use their poke in order to make an advantage in this fight. Good flash there from the Galio. Just make sure, yes, I'll have to lose some, but it's much better than risking death. I think early flashing there is a good idea. But it's just a tough team fight to play out because you need to hover the line between playing towards the poke of the Seraphine and Jace and also playing towards the Jace.
Oh, there goes needlework.
The ultimate coming down, but now you see Slicing Maelstrom just going to come down. Also, you actually find the kill here with the minions. Does find the solo kill. That's actually huge for that top lane, as we were talking about before. Oh, wow, a little 1v1. He's just beating him up. He's just walking him down. No, Jarvan definitely using that early advantage. The Iron Spike Whip just going to be dealing that much more into Sejuani. So the 1v1 threat definitely is still there.
Yeah, going back to what you said about the team fights, I just say it's exactly what you mean. Like, they got a lot of ways to engage and back up each other. It's more synergized and all that. Firebirds have a lot of different ways that they can do it, but just that they have that preference. It's just like Kai'Sa's going to be standing back a little bit, that Seraphine's going to be standing back a little bit, instead of all just going brute force, let's get in there, and anyone can start the engage.
And this is what happened. But, this is perfect.
Yeah.
If you're looking at preparation, this is exactly what you want to do if you're going to be playing a team comp like IWU. You ban the Xayah and you ban the 4 enchanters because those are the champions that are best into this style of play. Next objective going to be Dragon coming up in a minute 50. You see, actually we got the Rift Herald up. Okay, I lied. Rift Herald is up. Rift Herald is going to be taken here from IWU, it looks like. Oh, no, oh my gosh. I need to look at my screen. Tony, I need to look at my screen. Oh my gosh, Cataclysm coming down again. Does he get out though? He does not. That's going to end up being a kill here. Fable getting the kill onto Fyro, and now the taunt coming down on Pocket. This is just exactly what we were talking about in draft. But on the other end, we got Blitzkrieg making a near Perfect play there on the way back. Very odd to see that. Stopwatch. Now can we see a outplay under the turret? Just so much CC though.
Wow.
And absolutely, he's getting his 3rd kill of the game. This is spiraling out of control for the Firebirds.
For sure. I mean, the only other thing that I'd say adding to Illinois would be a probably a Diana into that mix, but at the same time, like they all just bounce off each other, synergize so well. It's going to be really tough for the Firebirds, and now we're at a deficit of 3K. It looks like, just about going 2-6.
It's just very tough from this point forward because the Firebirds just don't look like they have the tools to deal with this sort of engage. Now you can see again, Slicing Maelstrom is actually down, so he might be able to find a solo kill. He's just going to be able to actually go away. Good flash there from Animosity in order to get out. But Raymond the Goat definitely had the right idea. Will be able to pick up maybe a tower depending on how much he wants, and he's just going to take the reset.
That's all right. Spend your money.
Spend your money.
Spend your money.
It's definitely unfortunate that you weren't able to get more. Yes, you got the flash and the Slicing Maelstrom, but I take it back. This is actually a very good play here. As we see now, double taunt here. Oh my god, the damage coming out from the Neela. As we talked about before, once Neela gets ahead, she will carry these team fights.
Oh, and looks like she went Collector first, too.
Collector first is very good, actually. Yeah, it's... So, fun fact about Neela, she gets armor penetration based on her crit chance. So,
really?
So you have the lethality from the Collector and also the additional armor penetration.
Oh,
it's just a lot of early damage if you're ahead already.
I don't like that.
No,
I don't like that.
It is a very strong champion when put in the right situation, and it looks like the team comp they've built is just all focusing towards, hey, if we get this Neela ahead, all of a sudden this game is going to get very hard for you. Now, this prioritization of Dragon is very good. I would have liked to see the Firebirds try to set up for that a little bit better, just because of the TP advantage in the top lane, and also Kennen does not have flash ult. Those are 3 Kennen's summoner spells on ult are really the main things about him. Is now, he finds himself in some trouble here. 3 people top. Animosity is now might actually go down. Might find the trade. No, so much damage.
We are.
So much damage and healing there. From the side of the Firebirds. The 3v1 is completed, thankfully, but now we see an all-in.
Oh, wow.
Killer Instinct does not go out. Senna ult comes through. My goodness, that is some damage. He received that combo again. Good flash from the screen in order to get out there. They're going to continue to get the taunt, so that's looking. It's going to be another kill there for IWU. The Firebirds need to find some way to stabilize at this point, or this game is just going to go out of their reach.
Oh, I know. These 4, I see the bot lane, jungle, and mid, they all just play simultaneously.
One more try. Come on.
Simultaneously.
There we go. Simultaneously.
Yeah. There we are. Together, like they're very synergized together. It's just it's gonna be really tough trying to take all of them out. You're gonna need five Firebirds on there just to get rid of them.
Absolutely. But one thing the Firebirds do have is scaling. The Kennen's gonna kind of top out mid game. The Galio also, Jarvan. These 3 champions on the top side, or we're going to top out in the mid game. The Neela is gonna have similar scaling to the Kai'Sa. The Senna also very good scaling, but ultimately how the Firebirds want to play the game is better if the game continues to go on, just because you'll find less threats that are going to be able to match this Gwen on the side lane.
For sure. Are you saying that Firebird should play a little bit more safer right now, just so that the Illinois levels off a little bit?
Well, it would be nice if you could do that. The problem is Illinois is pushing their leads very well. They're forcing the exact fights that they need to. As you've seen before, it doesn't even seem like a lot of time. Very good play around Vision there. Senna stealing the kill a little bit, but really, who minds? Another ADC being fed is no worry.
Oh, most definitely.
Ooh, another catcher. See, this is exactly what this comp can do. The hard engage. It looks like they're just going to be giving this kill over to Animosity if he can find it. Blitzkrieg has been playing very well mechanically, despite getting caught out a couple of times. Still been very impressive how he's been able to almost evade a lot of these gank attempts. Now, Dragon are just unfortunately just kind of caught out there, and they need to find some sort of foothold to get back in this one.
Most definitely. What's going to be the best thing for them to trying to get an advantage off of Illinois right now?
I think that the only thing you can do is try to catch the same thing that IWU's been doing all game for the past 5 minutes of the game, finding these side lanes that are a little bit overextended, like we saw Blitzkrieg there, and just using the Sejuani ult, using Kai'Sa ult to get in, and just trying to find some sort of shutdown goal to get onto your carries.
For sure. And like as we see, I think pretty much almost everyone except the Kennen has a bounty right now.
Yep. And so, 20-minute Baron also is, I mean, that's the sign. This team knows how to push their advantages, and they're doing so. Next step. What do you think the next step is here, Tony? You've heard me talk a lot. What do you think they want to do? IWU.
Have a good mindset, always.
Thank you, Tom.
Get those bounties.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Always.
No, IW has the bounties.
Oh, yeah. Claim their bounties.
They claim their own bounties.
No,